Hi, kindergartners. We have a fun math lesson for you today. Caleb, the magician, is here to join us. He's going to be doing some math magic today. So, Caleb, I just quickly want to review with the kids what we learned last week. We learned about 2D shapes, and 2D stands for two-dimensional. And we learned that those are flat shapes. And they have sides, and instead of calling those corners right there, we called them our new word, which is a vertex, where two of the sides come together, is a vertex. And if you have more than one vertex, you call those vertices. So, Caleb, today, we're not going to actually be focusing just on 2D shapes that are flat shapes.
We're now focusing on 3D shapes.
3D shapes is right. 3D shapes are those ones like when you go to the movies and you put those 3D glasses on to watch a movie and it seems like it's popping out of the screen at you. That's because 3D shapes pop out at you because you're able to see the sides of the shape. You're able to see more than just the flat part. So we say 3D shapes are fat, not flat. They also have different parts. Instead of just having sides and vertices, they actually have something called the faces. Faces. That means you can see the different sides of the shape, and each side is called a face. And then those lines that kind of put them together, if you see those little parts right there, where the faces come together, those are called edges. And those little pointy parts on a 3D shape, where all of those faces and edges come together, actually, it's the same thing. They're called vertices. So we've got, Caleb, can you do this with me? I want you to say faces. Very good. Those are the sides that we see of the 3D shape. Then I want you to make those, I want you to put two faces together. So take your hands like this, stick them together at the side, and say edges.
Edges.
Yeah, it's that line where the 3D shaped faces come together. And the pointy parts, put them together. Vertices again.
Vertices.
You got it. So 3D shapes are different than 2D shapes. They are popping out at you, and you're going to see. So Caleb, I think we should show them your magic trick today. Should we change some 2D shapes with a little bit of magic? All right, let's get started. So first off, we have a triangle. Triangles. Oh, those have 3 sides and 3 vertices, and they're flat. Is it 2D or 3D shape, Caleb?
2D.
2D. But Caleb's going to put his little magic, he has his magic hat and his magic wand. He's going to say the magic words and change this 2D shape. Whoa! Look at that! Wait a minute, from the front, you might not notice. It still might look like a triangle to you, but when you turn it to the side, he made it 3D. Wow, I'm gonna pull it out. What is this 3D shape? This is a cone. Everybody say cone.
Cone.
Now, a cone is a 3D shape that can roll, and slide. It has a curved surface and a flat surface. We learned that in our cone song, didn't we? A cone is a shape that can roll and slide. It has a curved surface and a flat surface. A cone is a birthday hat. It tells drivers, watch out! It holds ice cream so it doesn't go splat. That was amazing magic. Could you do it again? Okay. What could you do with my circle? I want to see you do the magic on my flat circle. It only is a curved side and no vertices. Let's see what you can do. Whoa! Look at that amazing magic. It was just a flat circle, a 2D shape. Now look what he did. Whoa, I'm gonna pull it out. You turn that circle into a 3D shape. Do you know what that 3D shape is called?
A balloon.
It is a balloon. It's called a sphere. Everybody say sphere. Spheres are round. You know it.
That's round.
We had a sphere song that we were learning in class, and it goes, a sphere is three-dimensional. It is a solid shape. A sphere can roll, it's curved and it's not flat. Marbles, earth, and baseballs are some kinds of spheres. A sphere is three-dimensional, it is a solid shape. So that's our sphere.
No.
Oh, I want to see more, Caleb. Can I see more? Oh, I have to see how you turn this rectangle into something. Are you ready? Go for it. Whoa! Look at that! Everybody take a look. It went from 2D to 3D. And wow, I'm gonna pull this out. Wow, this is a three-dimensional shape too. This is called a rectangular prism. Say rectangular prism.
Rectangular prism.
Wow, so we turned that into 3D. Pretty cool.
3D.
Let's try another one. What about a square? You ready? Go for it. Wow, you did it again, Caleb. He is a true magician. Look it. He turned that square. Do you know what this one is called, Caleb? What is it called, this 3D shape? It's called a cube. Cube. A cube has squares on all the faces, and all those edges are the same, and the sides are of the same size. So it's a cube. Cubes are pretty awesome. Yes. Oh, nice job. We're gonna keep speeding along. We're gonna go for one more. Are you ready? It's another rectangle. Wonder if you can change it into something different. Wow, look at that. Now, that's different than the last rectangle. Caleb, what did you turn this into? Whoa, take a look, everybody. From the front, it looked like it was just a rectangle shape, but it's very round. And if you look on both of the ends, it's a circle at the bottom. So, wow, it's one continuous face, and on the ends of it, you're gonna see two circles. What is that one called? Oh, a cylinder. Have you seen cylinders before? Awesome. I'm gonna be sending some videos to your parents that show some songs that are gonna practice these 3D shapes so you can remember the names of them. A cylinder is an awesome shape. So take a look at those videos that are coming home to practice learning the names of those 3D songs. And we've got maybe just a little bit of time for one more magic trick. Do you have one more magic trick you want to do? What do you want to do?
I want to turn you into a chicky.
Turn me into a chickie? What?
Bibbidi bobbidi boo!
All right, we're gonna go ahead and focus on our new sounds for the week. And our new sounds are the CK, partners in crime. Ooh, dun dun dun. Now we know C and the letter K make the same sound. Why would you need to use both of them in a word? Well, sometimes they get to be a little bit tricky, as you will see. On the end of words, you'll often see CK, the partners in crime. So C and K. Now this K is a special fancy form. So this is another way you can write a K, because when I wrote this book a while ago, I was writing it in this form. So this is the C and this is the K. And they are good buddies. They love to hang out together. And just like some of the other buddies that we've seen, except for C and K, they don't always do the right thing. In school, of course, they look like they are just angels. They do everything they're supposed to do. They look like they have little halos above their head. So perfect. But after school, they like to go cause mischief. Oh, like take a look at this word. At the end of the word, C and K snuck up and they started to paint all over the walls. Just to play a trick. So this is the word trick, and at the end of the word, the C and the K are causing mischief. Little did they know, when they were painting all over the walls, which wasn't their walls, which is called vandalism, the C and the K went running off because they were just laughing at how silly and mischievous they were, that they were running off and they were laughing about their trick they just played. So when we make the C and the K together, it's extra giggly. We put our hands up like this and pretend like we're laughing, just like the C and the K who just caused mischief. They go, they're laughing about their silly trick that they just played. But one thing they don't know is there's somebody standing in the background, a police officer. What's that police officer gonna do? Are they gonna get in trouble? Well, they did. In fact, the C and the K are partners in crime. When they committed crime, they were sent away to their little letter jail. CK, partners in crime. I think they probably feel really bad about what they did now. They probably won't be playing any more tricks, right? Well, maybe not. So when C and K got out, the C was thinking about new tricks that he'd want to play. He wants to lick somebody else's ice cream. Lick has partners in crime at the end. Lick. CK at the end. And the K is also thinking of some other tricks to play. He wants to go and kick a donkey. Kick? Kick goes like this. At the end. You're right. It is the CK partners in crime back at it again. So keep an eye out, kindergartners. You might find some more words where the C and the K are acting very mischievous in your work this week. Watch out for those CK partners in crime. All right, kindergartners, we're going to be learning some new sight words this week. And our two new sight words are his and be. So we're gonna focus on his first. His is spelled H-I-S, his. Now, if you took away the H, we knew that sight word. What word is that? Is. It looks like is, but the word is. And if you put the H in the front, his. And this word is talking about ownership. That means that this boy owns something, and the thing that we're talking about belongs to him. So this cup is his. It belongs to the boy. We wouldn't use his when we're talking about a girl, only boys. His. So let's take a look at the sight word video and see if it can help us learn to memorize the word his.
H-I-S.
H-I-S, that card is his toy. His H-I-S, his is for a boy. His H-I-S, that card is his toy. H-I-S.
So you can see it got faster and faster as you went. So let's give it a try this time together.
H-I-S. His. His H-I-S, his is for a boy. His H-I-S, that card is his toy. His H-I-S, his is for a boy. His H-I-S, that card is his toy. His H-I-S, his is for a boy. His H-I-S, that card is his toy. His H-I-S, his is for a boy. His H-I-S, that card is his toy.
And that is the word his. So let's go ahead and move on to our second word. The next word is the word be. Be is spelled B-E. We've learned this a word similar to this when we learn the word he. The E on the end is going to say his name. B-E-B. So be is often when you're talking about how somebody is feeling or what they are. So we say, please be happy, or please don't be sad or be mad. So we use the word be when we're talking about how somebody's feeling, or maybe what you want to be someday. I want to be an astronaut someday. I want to be a police officer someday. Or maybe I want to be a teacher someday. So we use the word be in a lot of different ways. So this is how we're going to practice the word be.
If you could be an animal, which one would you be? Which one would you be? Tell me. I would be an elephant. I would be a dog. I would be a butterfly. I would be a frog. I would be. B-E. B-E. If you could be an animal, which one would you be? Which one would you be? Tell me, who would you be?
So that's the word be and the word his. And in your packets this week, you are going to be practicing with these words. All right, for writing this week, you're going to continue working on your informational writing piece about your community helper that you chose this last week. Now, it's been really exciting for me because as you guys have been choosing what you're going to research, you have been sending pictures to me of the different things that you, or different people, community helpers that you wanted to study. So I wanted you guys to be able to see each other's faces and see what some of your friends chose. So take a peek at this. Wasn't that fun to be able to see what your friends chose as well? I am really looking forward to reading and looking at your guys' informational writing pieces. But for now, I thought it would be really fun for us to look at the data of how many students chose which community helpers. Data is when you're collecting information about a topic. And especially in math, it's collecting numbers and amounts to often use to see which is greater or which is fewer. So taking a look, I took all of the community helpers that you had a choice from, and I put a tally mark for every student who sent in a response to me so that we can see what you guys chose. So looking at this chart, I want you to ask you a few questions to see if you could read the data. Which community helper did more students choose? If you said Baker, you're correct. In fact, these tally marks help tell us that. Remember that each tally mark, when it gets to 4 and finally is ready to move to 5, you put a tally mark going across the middle, like it jumps across the middle to hold those 5 together, kind of like a rubber band. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the Baker had 5 students choose it. Police officer was close in second place with 4 students who are going to be researching police officer. But we had lots of different choices. Okay, I'm going to ask you another question. How many community helpers have at least one person studying and learning about that community helper? At least one. Well, we can answer this question by looking at how many have tally marks. If they have tally marks, we're going to count them. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 7 different community helpers are being studied by our class. Which community helpers had the least number of students studying them? Well, we do have some that have nobody studying those community helpers. So in their data, we would pick the ones that have the smallest number, which is 0. We don't have anybody studying the mail carrier or anybody studying the teacher. I'm sure it's because you know all about teachers since you know all about me, right? Awesome, so that shows our data, and we can start, and I can add more onto our chart. If you haven't sent yours in and you want to send it in still and show me what you're studying, I'd love to see it. So enjoy studying your community helper. I'm just gonna flip around and remind you that you're putting together an informational piece. We're starting with a green. This is to a yellow. A blank has blank. So that's where you put in your community helper and what they have to do their job. A blank can blank. What does that community helper do? A blank helps blank. Who do they help? And then in the end, we wrap it all up with our conclusion, going back to green. Blank helps people in our community. So if you're able to make that and turn it into a complete informational piece, I'm gonna see those when you turn those in. I can't wait to see it. If you want me to see it early, take a video, send it my way. I'd love to see it. Or you can post it on our class Facebook page. That would be really fun for your friends to be able to see you reading your informational research about your community helper. All right, I hope you guys are having fun with writing this week, and can't wait to see them. Bye.